Hello everyone, myself Sindhu, lecturer in zoology, BJS First Grade College, Kwempunagar, Mysore. So in this class I am going to discuss about the development of frog. Okay. So here this unit comprises it contains few topics, that is cleavage and the blastula stage, gastrula and the neurulation, fate map, etc. So let's discuss about the introduction. Let's discuss few things about the introduction. We all know that frog is an animal, comes under class Amphibia. Frog comes under class Amphibia. Okay, and it represents the group of vertebrates. Okay, and here as we all know that frog lives both in water medium as well as in the land, on the land. Okay, they live both on the in the water as well as on the land. Okay, then and the main important thing is fertilization. In case of frogs, fertilization is external in the water medium. Okay, so this point seems to be very important. In case of frogs, fertilization is external. Okay, and the egg of the frog, is moderately telolicital. Okay. In the previous class we were discussing about the types of eggs. Okay. So here the eggs of the frog is moderately telolicital. Okay. For telolicital eggs we can give an example of hen's egg, isn't it? So telolicital means the yolk, complete yolk is present towards one side. Okay, towards one side, like this. Consider this is an hen's egg. Okay, here what happens is the yolk is present towards one side. Okay, this is yolk. So this is an hen's egg which is telolicital. Okay. So what does this moderately telolicital means? It contains much yolk which is concentrated in the vegetal hemisphere or the vegetal pole. Okay. Frog eggs of the frog is moderately telolicital. And the next point, after fertilization, the embryo rests for 24 hours. Okay. So after fertilization is external in case of frogs. Okay, after fertilization what happens is the embryo rests for 24 hours and then it starts, then it undergo a process called cleavage. Okay. After fertilization, the embryo rests for 24 hours and then it undergoes a process called cleavage. Then coming to the cleavage, let's start with the cleavage. Here the cleavage is, in case of frog egg, the cleavage is unequal holoblastic. As I told you before in the previous class, we were discussing about the types of eggs, and along with that cleavage, types of cleavage or the pattern of cleavage. So here majorly we have two types of cleavage, isn't it? In which the first one is holoblastic cleavage and the another one is, so let's start with the cleavage in case of frogs. So here the cleavage is unequal holoblastic, okay, cleavage is unequal holoblastic. Here what happens is, in case of frog, the cleavage is unequal holoblastic. In the last class we were discussing about the types of eggs and the cleavage, so or the types of cleavage or the pattern of cleavage. Here we have two types of cleavage, majorly two types of cleavage, in which the first one is holoblastic cleavage, okay, and another one is meroblastic cleavage, holoblastic cleavage and the meroblastic cleavage. Under this holoblastic cleavage we have equal holoblastic cleavage and the unequal holoblastic cleavage, okay. So here in case of frog's egg, the cleavage is unequal holoblastic, cleavage, okay, which means unequal holoblastic cleavage means we can see two types of cells, okay. Towards the animal pole we can see the small cells, that is what is called micromeres, and towards the vegetal pole we can see the larger cells, which is macromeres, okay. So unequal cells are unequally divided, okay. And coming to the first cleavage, okay, first cleavage, here the first division is meridional, okay, the first cleavage is meridional, begins at the animal pole, bisects the gray crescent and slowly extends down as it approaches the vegetal pole, okay. So let me draw the diagram. Consider this is in cell. Here we have the animal pole, okay, and this is the vegetal pole, okay. Consider this is in cell. The top part or the post anterior end, okay, is the animal pole and this will be the vegetal pole. Here what happens is, in case of first cleavage, it is a meridional, okay, meridional. It starts with the animal pole and ends with the vegetal pole, okay. It divides exactly at the median axis, at the center, okay. So this first cleavage results in the formation of two cells, okay, results in the formation of two cells. It forms two cells in the first cleavage. And coming to the second cleavage, here the second cleavage furrow is right angle to the first one, and it is also a meridional, okay. So here consider okay. So this is the first cleavage, which is meridional, and this one is the second cleavage, okay. Second cleavage, meridional, but right angle to the first one. Okay, you have to remember this. The second cleavage is also a meridional, but it is right angle to the first one, right angle to the first cleavage. Okay, and coming to the third cleavage, here the third cleavage furrow is equatorial. Third cleavage furrow is equatorial of A between the animal pole and the vegetal pole. Of A between the animal pole and the vegetal pole. Okay, here it divides the frog embryo into 4 smaller cells, or we can also call it as blastomeres. Along with that, 4 larger blastomeres. Okay, we can say it as animal blastomere and vegetal blastomere. So in case of third cleavage, the cleavage furrow is equatorial, or of A between the animal pole and the vegetal pole. Okay, so here what happens is this cleavage results in the formation of 2 different types of cells. One is near the animal pole, which are smaller in size, they are called the micromeres, and towards the vegetal pole we can see the larger cells called the macromeres. Okay, so here in case of second cleavage we can see, or the second cleavage forms 4 cells. Okay, in case of first cleavage 2 cells, and here in the second cleavage we can see 4 cells. Okay, and in case of third cleavage we can see 8 cells. It forms 8 cells. Okay, in which 4 are smaller micromeres and 4 are larger micromeres. Okay, and coming to the fourth cleavage, it is vertical. This cleavage is vertical. Okay, vertical, bisects the embryo from animal pole to the vegetal pole. Okay, it is vertical type of cleavage. So as a result of this cleavage we can see 16 cells. How much? 16 cells. Okay, so here vertical means we can write like this, vertical, write like this. This is the fourth cleavage. So as a result of this cleavage we can see 16 cell. It's a 16 cell stage. Okay, 16 cell stage, vertical. Okay, and coming to the fifth and sixth cleavage. Okay, here fifth and sixth cleavage are latitudinal. Okay, latitudinal one. Cleavage furrow cuts the embryo near animal pole region. Okay, consider this is the egg. Here what happens is, in case of fifth cleavage, the cleavage furrow cuts the embryo near the animal pole. Okay, this will be like this. Okay, this is the fifth one, latitudinal. Okay, fifth one, latitudinal. And I forgot to mention about the third cleavage, that is equatorial. Okay, or halfway between the animal pole and vegetal pole. So this is the diagram. Okay, this is equatorial, third cleavage. and the fourth cleavage is vertical, and the fifth cleavage is little closer to the animal pole, which is latitudinal. Okay, and coming to the sixth cleavage. Okay, sixth one divides slightly below the equatorial region. As I told you before, this is the equatorial region. So here, just below this equatorial region, we can see the sixth cleavage. Okay, this is the sixth one, and this is the fifth one. First one is meridional, and the second one is, again it is meridional, but it is right angle to the first one. Meridional but right angle to the first one. Okay, third one is equatorial, and fifth one is the fourth one is vertical. Understood? So this is about the cleavage. Here the cleavage is unequal holoblastic. In case of frogs, the cleavage is unequal holoblastic cleavage. Okay. So here in case of first cleavage, it is meridional, and as a result of this cleavage, there is a formation of two cells. It's a two-cell stage. Okay. Coming to the second cleavage, here it is a meridional but right angle to the first one, and as a result of this cleavage, we can see four-cell stage. And third cleavage, equatorial, halfway between the animal pole and the vegetal pole, and it forms 8-cell stage. Okay. Fourth one, 16-cell stage, vertical. Fifth and sixth. Fifth is just near to the animal pole. Okay. And sixth one is slightly below the equatorial region. And here we can see 32 cells. This fifth and sixth cleavage, in case of this, we can see the 32 cell stage. Okay, 32 cell stage. And the next process, okay, next process is very, very faster. Okay. And as a result of this process, what happens is, we can see the group of or mass of cells, okay, mass of cells, like this, mass of cells, okay, or the group of cells. That stage is called as morula stage, okay, mass of cells. So, and this mass of cells contains approximately 16 to 64 cells. Okay. This is about the cleavage in case of frog.